So this week we're going to be going over By the Waters of Babylon by Papa Ephraim, and it's in the third mode. Let me pull up the music. Maybe Ross or someone else would like to say when this is chanted while I pull up the music.
Actually, once you pull up the music, the footnote will be the footnote at the bottom of the first page. Will explain.
Yeah, you're right.
Explain exactly when it's supposed to be. So
okay.
I don't think I can do any better than that. So I'll just.
Yay.
But basically, it's meat fair and cheese fair, and that's it. At least that's what's prescribed.
Okay.
As Polyolios hymns for the Orthros.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so third mode. This is telling us third mode here. I'd say when you look at the piece, the melody kind of revolves around Ga. So it usually comes back to Ga. Your jumps, you tend to jump from Ga to Zo quite a bit. You have this interesting rhythm right here, which is the trigorgon, and basically it affects, let's see. It only lets me show one at a time. Let me pull up this other one. So the trigorgon basically affects the note it's over, the one before it and the one after. When it's on, when it's on an apostrophos like this with a symbol before it that's 2 beats, then you kind of break that 2 beats up so that it's like this. And so the first becomes 1 1/3 and then 1/3, 1/3. And so we'll see that quite a bit in this music. So right here, it's affecting these 3, and basically it's these 3 fit into 1 beat. So on here, on this iperoi, it's affecting, it's like it's sitting over the first apostrophos. So it's affecting the apostrophos before it, and then the 2 apostrophoses here. So this will be 3 pitches in 1 beat. And you'll see it later on every once in a while where you'll have, a 2-beat measure, and the first beat will be a triplet, and then the second beat will be half notes. So that's kind of fun. I think we'll probably just go one at a time and talk about what's the theory in each one instead of going through it all since it's so long. So it's starting from Ga, 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 and then right here, this Pa is switching to K, going down, and then here it's switching to the hard chromatic, and it goes down quite low here. One thing to note is that this hymn requires a range of about 1.5 octaves. And so you really have to be careful where you pitch it if you have a limited range, because it goes down so low and up so high. I think I was pitching it just kind of straight Ga, how it would be on like the Byzantine E sonap. And that seemed to be okay for me. It got pretty high for me at the end. So let's see. So then this is going down the Ga Vu Pa Pa Ni. That's all right. And then it's going up an octave back to Ga. So yeah. So because this is so low, these 2 symbols are switched. Usually the Ga is on top. So below, like middle Ni or whatever you want to call it. They switch. So this is the Martyrie Simeon for Ni, which we very rarely see. But in the original scale, it's on Ga. So then when you see this, up 7, you're going up an octave up to Ga again from the original scale. So in the original scale, you're on Ga, but it's functioning as Ni. So that kind of helps me to know, you know, I mean, it's generally an octave is easy to get, but it's also helpful to know that you're going back to your like major pitch. And then this here, this is a general flat, and it's put on the K, but it's actually making the zo flat. So there should be like an equals sign here. So this is the K, and then this is the zo. But as Ross and I were discussing earlier, I believe he said it's not quite as flat as an ajam. Isn't that right? You said, Ross?
Well, no, I think it is. I think it is flat.
Oh, it is.
I think it is. And I want to say the reason they don't just put an ajam on zo is because I think it actually would affect. So I think from something Sam and I discussed, it affects the tetrachord below. So I think what that's doing is just saying, only worry about zo flat and chant everything else according to the enharmonic scale as it's given. That might be the reason. That might be the reason for the choice of the general flat there, as opposed to sticking an odd gem on the next note.
And then
that's just my guess. Don't don't start changing your life according to that, but I think that's the reason.
And then I heard from you and Nick Jones that this kind of is canceled out when you get to a martiria or a phthora, but he said it seemed like in practice people don't cancel that out. So they just kind of keep it going until they see a phthora. I think that's what he said.
I mean, I think that's a reminder of the, I think these things tend to be reminders of the mode, because that zo on Scion is going to be flat.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be zo flat. It's not going to be, I mean, it's zo, like, unless we're going into like troclos on K, you're never going to have, in which case, zo becomes vu. You're really never going to have zo natural in third mode pieces, I don't think.
Okay.
But anyway, that's a change of mode anyway. So.
But that's what?
But that's really a change of mode anyway. So, I mean, in terms of third mode, I mean, zo is more or less constantly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so I'll do this on parallage and then on melos. Gadi gavu pani, gadi gavu pavu, gadi ga, dike zoke, diga gavu ga, gadi gavu gavu, gadi gavu vupa, gadi gavu vupa. Diga vupa pani, ga ga dike zoke diga, zoke dike diga vu pani, avu ga dike zoke diga vu ga. Okay, any questions or critiques?
Good.
Amy, if I may. One of the things my Protos does at that section where it goes into the really, really low scale, and this is just his practice because as low as he can go, that's even pushing it for him. What he does is, and I don't know if this is a fair cheat or anything, or if this can really be done, is that instead of going like lower, but he actually kind of transposes it an octave, and that way he's still on Ga for the, excuse me, for When We Remembered Zion. I mean, I know that's not technically correct, but I think for singers who may not have the greatest of ranges, it's a cheat, I will grant. I don't know if it's really a good one, but just throwing that out there as a possibility.
Interesting. I've never heard of that.
Well, like I said, it may not be technically, in the tradition, but like I said, for some of us who may not have that greatest of range, especially early in the morning.
I guess I do it sometimes when the guys go super high, but no one notices because they're really loud.
I'm sorry.
Like I said, I'm just throwing it out there for anyone who might want to consider.
Can you explain exactly what you're saying your Protos does in practice? I just wasn't catching it.
Sure. Yeah. Well, here I'll sing it for you, and you can tell me what you think. And we wept, and we wept.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Again, it's a cheat.
Yeah.
But for those of us who may not have the greatest of ranges, it may just be a possibility. I mean, granted, I would not pass a certificate exam if I did it like that. But I don't think any of those guys are going to be at church on Sunday, so I think I'm okay.
It actually wasn't as jarring as I thought it would be. Okay.
Like I said, just a possibility for anyone who wanted it.
I mean, I'll certainly admit that there are times where, a piece might be pitched on pa, and then there's a down 4. And if I know that I don't have the range, I'll just repeat that pa. But that's comparatively rare. But just in a way that it, you're not disrupting the the structure of the piece, and you're not breaking chronos, I guess, to do it. But yeah.
Okay. I did not do an apikima, so I believe it's just na na. Is that right? I forgot to check. Okay, I'm gonna guess it is. Okay, I'm gonna do it on melos. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you just fine.
By the waters of Babylon, there we sat down and we wept, and we wept when we remembered Zion. Hallelujah. Okay, second one. I think it's more of the same, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Ni hurga di ke ni zo ke di gavu pa ni pa vurga zo ke di gavu pa ni pa vurga di ke so ke di gavu ga. Okay, so the tricky part is where was it? Right here? I think so. Or was it here? Sometimes you have to really work out the rhythms ahead of time. And it's more, when I had to stop and redo it, it was more my eyes just got lost as to where I was. So I find that I have to point to those phrases sometimes. Okay, melos. Upon the willows in the midst thereof did we hang our instruments Any questions, comments? Okay, next one. Gadi ga bu pa pa, vuga vuga ga ga zo ke di ke zo ke zo ni zo ke di ga gadi ga bu pa ga bu pa ni pa vu ga ni ga di ke zo ni zo ke di ga bu di ke di ga di ke zo ni zo ke di ga di ga. Okay, so I don't remember why there was a kef thora there. Anyone want to explain that? It didn't seem like it affected me, so maybe I did something wrong. Okay, no volunteers, so oops. I'll just do it on melos.
Exactly why that's
Did someone have a comment?
I was just saying I'm not sure what's there.
Okay.
Is that the fourth?
For there they that are taken us captive us for words of song. Hallelujah. Okay, next one. Unless anyone has comments, I'll go on. Or questions. Pa pavu ni pavu gadi gavu pa ni pavu ga gadi gavu pavu pavu gadi ke di ga. I think I got off. Unasked. Gadi gavu pavu pavu gadi ke di gadi ke zo ke di ga di ke di ga vu pavu ni pavu pavu ga di ke zo ke di ga vu pavu pa ga vu pa ni pavu pavu ga ni ga di ke zo ni zo ke di ga. Okay, any questions, comments? Okay, melos. And they that had led us a song, sorry. And they that had led us away asked us for a hymn, sing us one of the songs of Zion. Hallelujah. Okay, next one. 5. Okay, so here you're starting on Zo, and then don't forget this gorgon here. It's making this shorter, and then kind of holding this. Someone remember? Oops. Does someone know the name of the fermata in Byzantine chant? I couldn't remember what it was called.
Ramada.
Gratisma or something like that?
What?
Is it like a gratisma or something?
I don't know. Well,
It's a corona.
Corona. Ah, yes, that's what it is. Thank you. Okay, so on parallage. Oh boy, and these are the high notes that I don't like. I think I just switched my pitch trying to. Zoni va pani zo ke di ke zo ke zo zo ke gavu 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 di gavu ka di gavu di ga zo ga zo ke di gavu pani di ke di gavu ga di ke zo ke ni zo ke zo ke di ga di ke di gavu ga. Sorry, that was a bit rough. Let me try it again. Zoni pa ani zo ke di ke zo zo ke di gavu 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 di gavu pani ga zo ke di gavu pani di ke di gavu ga di ke zo ke ni zo ke di ga di ke di gavu ga. Does anyone have anything to say about this phrase in the middle about in a strange land, or anything about this whole section at all? Because it sounds noticeably different to me, and I know that I'm always kind of wanting to go to ga, and in this section you don't. Does anyone have an explanation about that?
Particularly, Amy?
What?
What particularly are you asking?
The part where this section that's around K.
Yeah. So at these sort of series of up threes around land.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just wondering if it's like if it's borrowing from another mode or anything like that, or is this still pure third mode?
I think it's fairly third mode-ish.
Okay.
And he's written, the same convention is in the same convention is in the Greek score too.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do this one on melos now. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Hallelujah. Okay, yeah, I think I held something too long there in the middle. Any other questions or comments? Okay. 6. So the only thing I can say is that when you're practicing this, I didn't have to so much in this section, but later on these long phrases, you may want to go in and just mark out, this is all in 2, so maybe marking out, where the bar lines are and practicing it by tapping your hand just to make sure that you're getting all the rhythms right. I find that that's helpful, especially like spots like this where you have, this is taking from this and, everything's taking from something else. It's helpful to work on the rhythm ahead of time. Okay, number 6. Di ke di ga di ke zo ke di ke zo ke di ke. No, I always want to end up something. Just this is it.
Starts on K, actually.
Yes. Ke zo ke di ke zo ni zo ke zo ni zo ke di ke zo ni zo ke di gavu ga di gavu pa di ga zo ke di gavu pa ni di ke di gavu ga di ke zo di ke zo ke ni zo ke di ga di gavu ga. So for some reason, like every time where I see this phrase, I almost always miss this and think it's an oligon. I had to circle it in my music, and I did it that time too. Okay, on melos. So let me just talk about this phrase. I can't remember if it's exactly the same as what we saw before, but I think this is tricky because it's so dike diga vuga di gavu pa. So you're here, you're jumping from pa to the. And when I was first doing that, it seemed really like, it seemed to clash because I'm used to jumping from ni to ga in the third mode. And so pa to the, I often had trouble getting my V high enough. So this would be a tricky part that I would practice if you are getting off somewhere. And yeah, okay. So I'll go back to the beginning and I'll do it on melos. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand be forgotten. Hallelujah. Okay, number 7. Okay, so right here we have a spathi, and it is on the ga. So you can just kind of take away these and put these here. So the ga would be where the k is, and these would be the intervals. So basically, you can see the numbers here. So basically, the vu is pulled really close to the ga, and the di is pulled really close to the ga. So the di is pulled down, and the vu is pulled up. And that's basically the pitches that are affected here. Ga 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 di di ga 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 ke di zo ni pa pa ni zos. I'm off. Ga 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 di di ga ga. Yeah. Ga 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 di di ga ga. That's not how I was remembering it. Ga ga. Ga di di ga ga. So yeah, let's see. So the vu.
Yeah, cleave is on ga.
Clear. Let's see.
Cleave.
Yes. Ga 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 di di ga ga. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. We're revolving around ga. I was getting confused. Ga 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 di di ga ga. Okay. I want to say ga every time.
You want to say K where it's
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Ga 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 di di ga ga di ga. Ke zo ni pa ni zo ke di ga di ke di ga ga di ga. pa, di ga bu ga, ke ga bu pa ni pa bu ga, di ga bu ga, ni ga di, ke zo ke di ga bu ga.
Good job.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Yeah.
So I had to practice this part. Di ga di ke di ga di ga vu pa. So that's normal, and then you get into this jump to the again. Pa di ga vu ga ke ga vu pa ni pa vu ga di ga vu ga. This actually reminded me of like something from Western music, jumping around on thirds. And that helped me when I was figuring it out. So this is a phrase that I would just recommend practicing 5 or 10 times. Any questions about it? Okay. I'll do it on melos. Let my tongue cleave to my throat, if I remember ye no, Hallelujah. Okay, number 8. More of the same. Gadi ke zoti gavu pavu gavu ga di ke zo ke di ga. So this was the one that always gave me trouble. So this is a 4-beat measure, starting with the petasti. So this is 1 beat, and then third, and then I'm sorry. Yeah. I tried figuring this. Every time I look at this, I get confused. Okay, so these are both 1/3. So this is, yes, 1 1/3. So basically you have your downbeat here, and then you have your second downbeat after this starts. Or yeah, so you have like 1 here, 2, and right at the tail end of this, you have your next downbeat. And I found that I had a really hard time doing it on parallage and getting the rhythm right, but when I chanted it on melos, I could do it. So I'll give it another try. Gadi ke zodi gavu pavu gavu ga di ke zo ke di ga ga ke zo ni zo ke di ke ga ga vu pa di ga vu ga ke ga vu pa ni pa vu ga. Yeah, so right here, this oligon gets a beat, and I often want to fly through it. So don't forget that this oligon isn't affected by anything. So let me do that again. Oh, I don't see a good place to start. So let's see. Guess I'll start at the beginning. No. Gadi ke zodi gavu pavu gavu ga di ke zo ke di ga ga ke zo ni zo ke di ke ga vu ga vu pa di ga vu ga ke ga vu pa ni pa vu ga di ga vu ga ni ga di Okay, so I got that beat there correct this time. No, no. If I said not Jerusalem above all other, as at the head of my joy. Hallelujah. So I think I got this rhythm here, right? Yes?
Mhm.
Okay, great.
That's another convention preserved from the Greek original.
Uh,
And it's actually on the same, it's on the same syllable in Jerusalem. So in Greek, it's Ierusalim.
hmm,
So it's like in the exact same spot.
cool.
Right. For what it's worth, I think shows Papa Friend's genius in his adaptation of the score. I mean, it's really,
Yeah.
really good
Hmm.
relative to the original.
Wow.
But yeah, that you did. I think that rhythm sounded good.
Okay, thank you. So this would be one spot where you have the triplet and then the 2 8th notes followed immediately, right on head here. Okay, Ross, do you mind taking over?
Oh gosh. Yeah, so this is a fun one.
I know.
So you asked actually you asked the question before. You know, is there something else going on with other modes? So some musicologists would say, you know, I've heard some people saying when you even touch a note, you're in the basis of another mode. So we could argue that there's a lot of graven harmonic going on here, and in particular, this section absolutely does. So there's actually in that second between the martyri of Pa and the martyri of Zo, that's graven harmonic on Zo going on there.
Do you mean Ga?
Yeah, so between the here and between the and Edom.
Okay, here
Yeah.
to here.
Yes.
The sons of Edom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right, put me on the spot. All right, let's see.
Yeah, I am.
All right. Gazozo kedi dikedi gavuvupa ni pazo nizo nizo kedi gezo kedi ga. No, I got off on that, but it's supposed to end on ga, I think. Ni pazo nizo nizo kedi ke. The sons of something like that.
So basically on sons where you have the ajam.
Yeah, so I think he's putting a zo that red zo there to change the scale.
Mm-hmm. So you're going ni pa, and then you're going
Zo,
up,
zo,
but you only go up a half step, right?
Yeah, because it's flat, so it's flat.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ni pa zo ni zo ke zo ke. Sorry.
Tony.
Zo ni zo ke di zo ke di ga vo ga. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Brain's not working.
That's
Ni pa zo ke zo ni zo ke di zo ke di ga vo ga.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's yeah. and that the marturia, signifies that that's ga. And then we jump up to ga, a fourth up. So it's ga on the level of zo, and then it's ga, and then we jump up to ga on the level of ga. So let me let's try to sing this again. Na na ga zo zo ke di ga vo pa ni pa sorry yeah ni pa zo ke ni zo ke di ke zo ke di ga vo ga di ke di ga vo ga di ga vu pa vu ga vu ni ga di ke ga vu pa ni ga vu pa ni pa vu ga di vu ga. And it's ga because, so what happened here is we have this clitone phrase, and the clitone modifies that ga to a v, so we change our parallagi from ga to v. So, and the clitone again makes the ga to v interval. So it only affects the lower tetrachord. It makes ga to v very, very close, and it makes it also draws up vu by 6, I believe, or no?
Wait.
Yeah, no. It draws. Well, it widens the inner. Widens. Well, from the enharmonic scale, it's the same distance.
Yeah.
It's the same distance.
So it's 4 and 12.
Yeah. So it's 4 and 12.
Okay.
So it's really that ga to v that gets brought together.
Di ga di ke di ga.
Di ga di ke di ga vu pa ni ga vu pa ni pa vu ga di vu ga.
Yeah, so you say gaga because you're changing.
I'm changing back on the phthora of ga. Yeah.
So so the location of the vu is just 2 moria above where it would be in the other section, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that right? Let's see.
Because it would normally be. Oh.
Yeah, that's right, because it's because the in the enharmonic scale, the v to vu interval is 24, right? And so now it's saying v to vu is is that right?
Wait, enharmonic, it's 12 and 6. I'm
12
looking.
and 6. Yeah, so this is 12 and 4. Yeah, so you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong enharmonic scale. Yes. So it should be. So it's a little bit. So yeah, it's actually a little bit sharper.
Higher. Yeah.
It was a little bit sharper.
And then the pa.
Go. My ear. Can I? Viravo. Viravo. Bravo. Viravo. The ra is high and the vu is low high. Viravo. That's how we, I know it by ear rather than by numbers.
Yeah.
Tirara. Tirare. The. Da 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 da.
That's right.
Continues in that scale until the end of the sentence.
So how does it affect the other pitches, the lower ones?
Ta ra 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 ta ra 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 ta ra 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 ta ra ra. Viravo, podi.
Thank you. That's helpful.
Yeah.
Maybe
Upon
maybe you could do a little recording for us. You know, just an audio recording and upload it to the Monday folder.
with that number 9.
Yeah, you can do the whole thing, but if you could also just do like how the spothy sounds, the diga vu pani, like you were just doing,
Yeah.
that would be helpful.
Yeah, we'll try to do upload that. Where on Google Drive somewhere?
Yeah, I'll show you where you can put it, or I can put it in it if you share it with me.
Yeah. It's flat.
Do you want to do it on melos, Ross?
Sure.
Okay.
Remember, O Lord, the sons of Edom. In the day of Jerusalem. Hallelujah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's tricky to try to maintain the stability of the bass notes there, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
9.
Okay. Number 10. Does anyone else want to do this? I'm sure Ross doesn't mind sharing if anyone else wants to do one.
That's new to me, but I can.
You don't mind trying?
Let's see how that's gonna go.
Okay.
Then, is that the pitch?
That's where we
were. So this ajam. Ra, so it's dropping the ra. Kezoni papani zon ani zon nike zon kezi ravo pavo radi ravo pani pavo ra. Here we're back to that one. Ravo ravo pa ravo radi ravo pa. So, upani joni pavo ha arazi ke zozo ke dira. Melos, it's gonna be a little. I just wanna have the here in the middle. Who said lay waste to her, lay waste to her, even to the foundation thereof. Hallelujah. I think the middle is a little challenging here.
Yeah.
Everything all together.
So in both cases, there's this here. and here. What is that? What is that flat, like pushing down flat sign
Which one?
right here? Like, what is it? Why is it there? What's the function of it? You're in spathi di ga di ke.
Nizo, soni pavo, opa nizo, ni pavo,
So this is pushing the ga
you know, I think we see it here, right here on 9. You see that function?
right here.
Same sentence here.
Yeah.
Amy, I think it's to remind you that you're still in the in Cliton. So it's reminding you that ga is pushed to not raise your ga too high.
I was thinking that it was the vu that was affected, not the ga. I guess it depends. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. I think I understand what you're saying.
But just an artistic nuance here, nothing
Mhm.
scale related.
Okay. Any other questions?
So when he puts the here, is he just reminding us where the note is? The red the there on of?
So that's the same as what happened here. This pitch was actually a ga, and he's saying that
Oh,
it should be a the with the ajam. Or I'm sorry, not with the ajam. They look too similar. The spathi.
spot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Transposing. He's transposing then.
Yeah.
Mhm. But it stays well.
Yep. Okay. Any questions about that one? Oops. If not, we'll go on to the next one. Okay. Number 11. So let's see. We have the same thing happening, I believe. So we have ni, pa, ni, and then this zo. Well, it's different though this time, isn't it? Maybe not.
Actually, I think
It's different.
Yeah. Where did I go? I just got lost. 10, right?
11.
11, thank you.
Yes. 11. Very low and too hard chromatic.
Yes, okay, right here. Okay, pa, so ni, pa, ni, and then you're going down. So is that pushing the zo down farther from the knee?
So, where is that? This one?
Ross, do you want to do this one for us or someone else?
Yeah, it's testing the lower range, but
Just
yeah.
pitch it up higher. We don't care.
Ni di ke di ga vu pa ga di ke di ga vu pa pa. Oops.
Zo.
Or went away from the screen. Just 1 second.
Oh.
Pa pa ni pa ni zo ke di ga ga. Ga di ga vu pa ni pa vu ga ni ga ni ke zo ni pa ni zo ke di ke zo di ga vu pa vu ga di ke di ga vu pa vu ga di ke di ga vu pa ni ke di ga vu pa di ga di ke zo ni zo ke di ga vu ga.
Nice.
Very nice. Thank you.
Here, I just want a little comment. When we say the blessed, this is the entrance of the "the" on hard chromatic.
Yeah, I should have.
So blessed, blessed
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I should have changed my parallage, but
but
I
the
think
rest is fine. Blessed shall it be, etc. It's nice, very nice. Maybe others have questions. Anybody, or is it a little bit very nice, actually, piece?
And
What?
It's a very nice piece of music.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of variations, very rich.
Do you want to do it on melos, Ross, or would you like me to try?
I'll finish the. Yeah, I'll do the melos. That's fine.
Okay.
O daughter of Babylon, thou wretched, blessed shall he be, who shall reward thee wherewith thou hast rewarded us. Hallelujah.
Thank you. Very nice.
That run in the penultimate phrase is tough.
This one?
Yeah, the us.
Mm-hmm.
The long
Yeah.
mellies on us is a treat.
You did it well. Thank you. Okay, one more. Do you want to do it, Ross, or does someone else want to volunteer?
How about you, John?
I haven't looked at this before, so I don't want to stumble through it in front of everyone.
How about the other John?
JP, John Peter?
John Peter. You want to do it?
I think he's on mute. Trying to get off.
I know I can't figure out.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. On lesson
Number 12 on part of the key.
no. Kadi gavu gavu gadi kezo kezo nizo kezo nizo kezo kadi gavu gavu Gavo pani ke gavo pavoga Gadi kedi zo kedi Gadi gavo pavo gavo pa viga
I was having a really hard time hearing him. Was everyone else, or was it just my computer?
There might be some connectivity. I might have some connectivity.
Okay.
Let me do that again. The ke the ga vu ga vu ga the ke the so ke. Everybody with me?
I can hear you better.
Ke zo ni zo ke zo ni zo ke di ke zo ke ga di ga vu pa vu ni pa vu ga pa vu ga di ga vu. Let's see. Okay. The vuga 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 pa vuga the gavo pani ke gavo pavu gam. Is very slow.
Yeah, we heard about half of it.
Okay, I might be having some connectivity.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you want me to try
Ross,
melos and see if any? But
I think we should have someone else do melos because we're just not hearing you very well.
sorry.
Lots of staticky stuff. Sorry. Thank you for doing parallage.
Yeah,
It
so I'll do it.
it seemed like you were doing like some attractions a little bit.
Yeah, he was attracting. I think he was attracting Gop a little bit when it's.
Okay.
Yeah, Gop to the a little bit. No, sorry.
So your ga was closer to the.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Ross,
Yeah,
do you want to do it?
Go to the melos. That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Blessed shall he be who shall seize and dash thine infants against the rock. Alleluia.
Very nice, thank you. Any questions about it? We managed to get through the whole thing.
It's actually not that bad. I mean, it's not that long, but it's definitely got its
Well,
tricky.
I think it says it's 12 minutes long.
Mhm.
Or 11 and a half.
So it says at the end to continue immediately with the Avlogitaria. However, there's a there's actually, in at least the classical scores, there's a glory and a now and always that are these very, very long, probably in and of themselves, probably a good 6 to 8 minutes individually, because that's how these polyelios pieces all have a glory and a now and always. So I'm not familiar with the rubrics specifically, but I mean, I can understand if that's something that gets omitted, maybe due to time.
If what gets omitted, the Evlogataria?
Well, there's no. So there's also, so at the end of the polyelios, there's also a Triadica, which is it's a hymn to the Trinity.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a now and always, which is basically a Theotokion, like a hymn to the Theotokos.
Okay.
And
the Boston scores actually have, even though the Western.
oh, it's in the Western?
It's from West.
Really? Oh, I didn't know.
They have the Boston Scores published a book about 20 years ago called Select Byzantine Hymns. I'm not sure if it's the one that was in a class score, but they have. I just don't know what's right now.
Hard to hear you there, John, but I think I caught what you were saying, that somebody put out a publication and somebody put out a CD and it had that glory on it.
I think he was talking about By the Waters of Babylon in the Holy Transfiguration Selected Byzantine Hymns book.
Ah, okay.
And it's in it.
I see.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, I will be gone next week.